When I say when building a business takes a long time, what I mean is you have to stay in the game long enough in order to succeed. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a few examples from my own personal life. I'm going to say something which will sound like I'm contradicting myself. I'm not. You hear from people and from me saying that to build a business, it takes a long time. Yes, however, the success part, the successful business, the success part of the business takes really, it's like a blink of an eye. It happens pretty much overnight. It happens out of nowhere like this. You see, there is a common misconception about what the actual business and entrepreneurship is. It's not building a business itself. It's a part of it, but the actual successful business is the entrepreneurship. Okay, it's not just the grind. It's not just working relentlessly on your idea for 7 days a week. That's not enough, unfortunately. That's what people do working 9 to 5. So they work very hard 5 days a week, right? And they're not entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, business people, build successful businesses. Of course, out of 10 attempts, 10 tries, 9 will fail and then 1 will be successful. And that one success will take you literally 1 day. Out of all the, let's say, 5 years of building a business, your success will come in 1 day, 1 night, in the blink of an eye. Every single success in my business, and actually even in personal life, came from completely unexpected places or people. You see, business people, we like to plan, we like to have an idea of how the business is going to work or what we're going to do to make money and to make our businesses successful. But in reality, it doesn't work this way. So, in reality, it works like this. Your biggest breakthroughs in the business or in your personal life will come from people you least expect. Your biggest client will come out of nowhere. Your biggest check will come out of nowhere. Your most challenging moments will be solved, or you will get help in these moments by people you would never expect they could actually come and help you out. That's the hardest part about being an entrepreneur, is to actually last long enough to be able to get that help, get that breakthrough, get that big client coming out of nowhere, okay? So you see, when people say that building a business, when I say when building a business takes a long time, what I mean is you have to stay in the game long enough in order to succeed. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a few examples from my own personal life. Before pandemic started, I built quite successful, not very big, but successful medical transport business in London. We had some employees, couriers, was doing well. And we started offering other medical services on top of the couriers, and it was nice, really nice business. Then out of nowhere, obviously nobody expected it, the pandemic came. And just because I was there grinding 3 years before that on building that courier business, medical courier business, I was actually able to take advantage of the new situations which everybody found themselves in, which was a global pandemic. And nobody expected it. I would never be able to say, oh, I'm going to build a medical courier business, so one day when the pandemic hits, I'm going to become very successful. No, the success came literally overnight. Like the pandemic, it was like a matter of days, if not weeks, maybe weeks, but more like days. But what happened prior to that was 3 years of me working without taking day off. And it wasn't directly related to where the money came from, the big money in this particular business, but if I wasn't putting that work prior to the pandemic 3 years before, I wouldn't be able to succeed, right? Another example is just recently, I've been working with a client for the last few months. Again, it's a healthcare niche. It's a SaaS platform, it's a software, and I was hired to do a sort of business development just to expand the services in the UK. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. I didn't know how, I didn't know where it will come from, but I knew I can do it. And it took me 6 months of constant grind, like really trying everything, and obviously hearing no all the time. I've been rejected like over and over and over again, until finally, just now recently, one thing clicked, and the success, and it's going to be a massive contract. It's probably going to be one of the biggest companies in the whole UK in this particular niche. and it's thanks to me and what I've done. But it didn't came out of me planning it. It came out of nowhere, of the person I knew. There was a lot of things which just aligned perfectly for that particular moment in time, where it all translated to an amazing contract signed between two companies, which I managed to put together and basically build this whole success for the company. Again, it wasn't super planned. I knew what I have to do in order to develop a business, to take it further. This is what I'm good at. I have a great network, I can do these things. But if you ask me, oh, Alex, I'm going to hire you for this business development. Can you help us? Yes. And you're going to ask me, oh, where will that come from? I don't know. You're just going to have to stay with me for long enough. You have to be able to afford me for long enough in order for me to bring this magic to you. And it goes with everything. It goes with your life. It goes with success as well as failures. They happen out of nowhere very, very fast. You know what they say, like first it goes slow and then and suddenly out, it just goes very, very fast. It goes same with the success. So the persistence part, it's not about grinding mindlessly, doing what doesn't work constantly, because that's insanity, right? If you keep doing the same thing over and over and you know the outcome is the same, and it's most likely the one you don't want to see, then you are insane, okay? If, on the other hand, you are building your business, a YouTube channel, whatever that is, and you're just learning every day from mistakes, you see what works, what doesn't. If anything works, you put, double down your efforts on it. If something doesn't work, you just stop doing it, etc. Eventually, one day, you become just enough, you have this breakthrough, and that breakthrough will come from out of nowhere, literally overnight, okay? So it doesn't take a long time to build success. It takes a long time to stay in the game long enough. That's the whole trick. And that's something nobody's talking about. Even this YouTube channel. It only takes one video in order for me to, become viral or something, right? But to get there, I need to probably release 100, 200, 500 videos, who knows? But I need to keep showing up. And this is what makes a difference between people who give up and who never achieve anything, and people who work very hard, relentlessly, 9 to 5, and people who actually succeed. And again, this is quite often the overnight success, right? You can see like, oh, you've been building a business in this part, and then something happened, the pandemic happened, and you became overnight success. Like, bro, it took me 3 years of day in, day out, 7 days a week, grinding, putting the foundation of the business, which eventually became successful because something happened somewhere. And I was prepared, I was there, ready for the success to actually find me, and I grabbed the opportunity. So whenever you're building something, even if it's a YouTube channel, a business, a personal brand, don't get yourself fixated into this like, oh, I need to keep grinding, keep showing up. Yes, but the key here is to learn, observe, and adapt. See what works, and then double down on or triple down on that. Get rid of all the parts which don't work, and just keep showing up. Yes, you have to show up every day to keep this, yourself, to stay in the game long enough and to build your business. But don't lose your focus on what you're doing and what's the reason you're building that business in the first place. You are building it because you want that business to be successful, not for the sake of doing it, right? So again, remember guys, the success, trust me, success comes from places you would least expect. This is not something, it happens of course sometimes, but most of the times, especially in my case, in my life, it happens just unexpectedly. Like, one day just things happen, change in life, people just do things, the trends comes up, anything it is like this, you can't predict, and you just grab the opportunities. That's where the success, that's where the real big money is, it builds a big success, and that's why you have to stay persistent and keep grinding, so when your time comes, you are there ready to grab your opportunity and just milk it forever, right? Right, I'm here, look, I'm at the airport in lovely Birmingham. Well, it's not that lovely, but anyway, so I'm picking up someone. So yeah, I thought I'm going to record that quick video, because I think this is a very, very important topic to understand. The persistence and showing up is a key, as long as you understand what you're doing for. Right, I got to go now. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please leave me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.